Good morning, good morning, good morning. Peace and love, everybody. Welcome to Flowing Growing with Sister Zinga. This is our YouTube channel here where we emphasize think. It ain't illegal yet. Think. It ain't illegal yet. So we've taken the word think and we've created an acronym, the THINK, and that acronym is taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. Taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. And that's what we need to do because our purpose here, our passion is to emancipate yourself from mental slavery. That's what we're working on here. We're bringing some truth here that you can really think about to emancipate yourself from mental slavery. It's not easy, but it's definitely doable. So first I want to thank everybody who has been watching, keeping up with my videos. Thank you so much. Those that have liked it, subscribed, and make the comments. Don't forget we have a contest going on at the end of this month that the person with the best comments showing us that you have been taking hold of, which is thinking, taking hold of and implementing new knowledge, and you'll get a $25 gift certificate. So let's get right into this. So really, okay, got my angel there with me. So this is some serious stuff now, okay, because things are really getting like just crazy. They've been crazy before, but now they're getting crazier. So this thing about emancipating yourself from mental slavery, it's not an easy thing to do because most people don't realize it, but most people live up to other people's expectations. I used to myself. Most people live up to other people's expectations. So in this process of emancipating yourself from mental slavery, sometimes you get into a situation and you just look like the eyeball out because most of the people that you used to hanging out with or talking to or doing things with, traveling with, whatever, as you're changing and growing, some people are not. And so you're outgrowing some of the people that you used to being around all the time. And so not to say that you need to, not stop being friends with those people or don't deal with them anymore. But what you are going to have to do is be okay with finding some new people who are in the same, they say you're like, you know your vibe by the tribe. You know your tribe by the vibe. Let me say it again. You know your tribe by the vibe. Okay, it could be a total stranger. And I've met some people on this media thing, social media thing. I maybe not seen them before, but I talk to them, and it's because our vibe is cool. We talk about the same thing. We have the same things in common. Where our direction is in the same. So sometimes we have to make a change, and ultimately you may have to even just leave from where you're at. Because the people that you're around and the people that you're with or people you live with or live near or hang out with or whatever, that changes. And some people are working on themselves. Some people are not. And it's a choice. It really is a personal choice. But if you're working on trying to emancipate yourself from mental slavery, to make it a little easier for you, is for you to get a different environment. To go to a place where nobody knows you and you could just be yourself and they can take it or leave it. I'm sharing my journey, actually, because I left Delaware. And I moved all the way to Colorado. I said, I'm just going to go someplace where nobody knows me. Because I right here, I'm stifled. No disrespect to anybody here, but I was being stifled. And so the things that I wanted to do or things I had interest in, it just seemed like the people that I was close with didn't have that kind of interest. So I just moved someplace else. And I just did me and just was free, free to be. So sometimes, because it makes it a little easier on you working on this process of emancipating yourself from mental slavery. Because when you emancipate yourself, that means that everything everybody else is doing, you don't want to do that no more. Either you don't have an interest for it because it doesn't have a good vibe to it, or you change some of your ways, your eating habits, your drinking habits, your social habits, because change has to come. You cannot think you can do this by you just continue doing what you want to do and then just say that I'm a this, I'm a that, and now this or that. It ain't going to happen because what's going to happen, you're going to be saying, I'm a this, I'm a that, but your actions are not going to match up with it. So the labels are not important. It's the actions. Because some people say I'm a this and this, I'm practicing this or that, but their actions do not go along with that. So that's a bunch of crock. It's a crocker, So it's easier to be able to make it easy for yourself to be able to just change your environment where you can just be free to be and just go ahead and just do your thing. Because otherwise, people are going to, in your conversations would be, oh, girl, Hunter, did you see what's waiting last night? And he's like, no, I don't watch that. You don't watch that? No, I don't watch that. Or they say, come on, we're going to go out. Let's go get this to drink. Nah, sister, I don't drink that. I get that a lot because I only like stout. And if I go out, well, just get something else. They don't have it. Okay, then I don't want anything else. I choose this. And if they don't have it, then I'm not going to drink. That's just my personal preference. And so you have to stick to yourself like that. You have to say, this is what I am. This is who I am. This is what I like, what I don't like. And I'm not going to stand for anything else except those things. So it's okay. So like I was mentioning that sometimes it's good to change the environment. I recommend you leaving America because I don't like America. And America don't give a damn about me. And so why do I care about it? So that I cannot live in a place where they continue to treat me this way and thinking that, that it's okay. They have normalized so many negative things about us as a people that it's just frustrating to me when people say, oh yeah, that's what they do, or this is where they're going, or, oh yeah, everybody got that. I don't give a damn about everybody. I'm working on me. I'm trying to do what's best for me and mine. And which stretches all the way out to me, mine, my community, my people. So you don't have to go along to get along. People say, oh, here, I'll FaceTime you. You got an iPhone, don't you? No, I don't have an iPhone. Okay? No, I don't have an iPhone. But that's a value system. People choose to do whatever. Right now I'm working on myself, living a sustainable life. And so having name brand things is not important to me. I don't care about things. I need things to function, get certain things done. And when that's done, then I have what I need. I don't have to say, I don't have to wear a certain name brand something. I don't have to drive a certain kind of car or whatever. I'm getting along. I'm doing fine. So, because spirituality it's an inside job. It's a thing that you develop inside yourself. It's not outside. You don't wear a certain hairstyle or a certain type of clothing or live a certain place, or those things have nothing to do with you working on your inner self and developing your spirituality. Outside, external, material things has nothing. And hopefully, the more you are getting into self and dealing with self, you will see that some material things is like, oh, wow, those things don't interest you anymore. Oh, no, I don't need to buy another pair of those. Or I don't need, this here or, that type of thing. So, this new style came out. Okay, let me get that. I was having a conversation the other day. Somebody said, this is the new style. Okay, well, I'm not wearing it. Okay. I personally don't like that particular thing. And so it's okay, for you to say no. So that's something you have to also learn to do, is to be able to say no. So I'm just saying that to say that, there's so many things that we can be doing to work on ourselves and then standing up to certain things and being able to recognize things that are important, because this school system, children are really okay once they come up and, and they get up. But when they become and get into school, once they get into school and they start getting brainwashed and start getting teased and because, it's a cookie cutter situation that goes on with the school system, when it comes to your peers, it's a cookie cutter situation that comes on with the things that they're teaching you. It's just you have to pay attention to read these things, learn these things, and then recite it back to the people. What are you learning? You're just learning to work on your memory. And then after you get older in school, they don't even deal with your memory because it's not even about your memory. It's about you just falling in place, to do what they say and to do it the way that they say it. So again, I'm telling you, they teach you to be a learner, not an earner. You want to learn to be able to work for somebody else. That's what they want you to do. Work for somebody else. Like I was saying in the last video, they took all the different things about for us, teaching the girls how to do home ec, cooking, cleaning, the basic female life skills. The brothers being able to change the tire, tie a knot, tie a necktie, to be able to, to do some woodworking, to fix things around the house, the little electrical stuff. That kind of stuff they don't teach anymore in the schools, which is crazy. Why? Why not? Children need to be empowered with something to have some type of skill, because you go out here, even if you have a degree, sometimes you still can't get a job. But at least if you know something, then they can't take that away from you, and you can take that and you can perfect it, and it can become your things that you use to earn your income up with. I was just saying this today. I was talking to somebody and I was like saying that your gifts, everybody's born with a gift, and your gift will make a way for you. I promise you, your gifts will make a way. If you find out what those gifts are, you tune them down towards mastering them or perfecting them, or at least working towards that, where you can present yourself and get something complete. Then you won't need to be going to get a college education, because it's really not for everybody. and the way that the lifestyle that's going on in the college education right now, sometimes you don't even want your children to be involved, because I was just amazed at some of the activities that go on at college campuses with, the fighting, the rapes, the pettiness, the robbery on college campus. I mean, when you become an adult, you're supposed to be able to grow up and have a different mindset about things that you want to do. So I guess, like I said, this thing is wicked, and we are out of our nature. We don't get the chance to have the sunshine that we need sometimes, and we're just out of our nature, and we don't do things correctly. And then we follow somebody else's ideas. That makes it much worse when you follow somebody else's ideas. And the way the system is set up is just really not set up for us to be prosperous and for us to earn, because even when it comes to simple things like, do you understand how when you put your money in the bank, what they're doing with your money? And I don't know how they can charge you a fee because you actually letting them use your money. If you take $1,000, put it in the bank, you may get, they may give you 1 or 4% interest on the money that's while sitting in the bank. But they actually take your money and they are lending the money out to other people for 4%. I would say like 20%, 19 to 25% interest. So they're taking your money that you have in the bank, which is supposed to be secure, and I guess it is secure sometimes, most times, but they're taking that same money. This is how banks work. They're taking that money and then they're lending that money out to other people and making money off of your money. That's the simple truth. So these are things that we don't really think about, because we were raised up in this society thinking that the people who was the government and these people with so-called offices or positions were actually people that were honest and people with integrity that was running our government. But now, hopefully, you know that they're not. They have no integrity. They have no respect. And all they do is full of greed and trying to get ahead with themselves and not really trying to help other people and trying to get ahead and holding other people down. So it's so many things to really think about. I just want to stay on the subject of that you really got to think about the possibility that everything that you've been learning is just really an illusion. It really is an illusion. They let you think that these things are going on. I mean, because I don't want to get deep on it, but, because their dishonesty, I mean, we want to, when the voting comes around, we all want to vote. We all want to vote, yes. But really, because we do know that they can change shit and they can fix the numbers and they can do whatever they want to do, sometimes it's not even worth it. But I'm not trying to discourage anybody, because that's all we got right now. And so we got to just use what we got, until we can get what we want. But these are things that you got to think about by looking at the situation that's going on and see the integrity of the people when they allow certain people to get away with murder, literally. We can use an example as them killing our boys and stuff. I mean, they continue to do this. And do you know the history of yourself, of our people? How they used to hang us from trees or from a bridge, and I mean, or put us on their front lawn hanging. Excuse me, naked. Excuse me. I mean, and so now they do different things all the way back to the Rodney King thing. Do you remember the Rodney King thing? They made a big deal about it because that was the first time they actually caught these people on tape. But they have been doing that for us for a long time. And for what? Because the boy was black. It's not that he really made some really bad law for him to get the bad thing against the law. I mean, so we have got to know the illusion that we're in, and we got to be able to know, to just stand for the truth that you know, even though everybody else says that, this is what it is. I mean, even something simple, and I keep emphasizing that, hot dogs. Man, how can you eat hot dogs? Look up on this internet what a hot dog looks like under a microscope. And they have programs that's showing you how they make the hot dogs. It's trash. It's the garbage all thrown together. I saw this one video, and I don't know how valid it is, but it showed it under a microscope. And you could see, organisms moving around and bugs. You saw a dead bug inside there. When you look at it underneath the microscope, you see things in there that just, oh, gosh. But we continue to eat this stuff because they taste good. I mean, so if you're going to emancipate yourself from mental slavery, when are you going to do it? Okay? When are you going to make some changes? When are you going to start taking information and implementing new knowledge? When? The time is now. The time is now. With all the BS that's going on, with this war that's going on now in Ukraine, ain't no telling what they may bring a war over here. And what are we going to do? We're divided. So you have to be able to have some knowledge of self and some way to know how to be able to survive, to be able to know how to be able to go buy a few things and to provide a good meal for yourself. And not just go buy nothing sweet. Don't go buy a whole bunch of toilet paper and buy this, stuff, unnecessary stuff. Think about the things that you're going to need should you need to survive. And you should keep those things in your basement, in your cubby, somewhere at all times so you can be able to have that, so you can know what's going on. So we have to really, really learn to let love guide us. Let your love for yourself guide you and not fear. Not fear of thinking that, people are going to talk about you because you look funny, you talk funny, you act funny, you eat funny. We're all here as individuals, and we're supposed to be able to do something different. It wouldn't be right if we were all doing the same thing. But one thing that we can do, that we can all do alike, is just do the right thing. Live the truth. And of course, nowadays it's hard to find the truth. Everybody living in their particular truth. But at least if you got a truth, or you're doing something different from the regular stuff that's going on, So it's just, if you feel like that you feel strange in the world, it's because you came here to help create a better world. And the only way that you're going to create that better world is by you doing something different and not going along with what everybody say. You don't have to look at what everybody's saying. Know that certain music has certain vibrations and make a decision. I'm not going to listen to that music because I don't want that music to dumb me down. Even though it sounds good, girl, make you dance or that kind of stuff. The beat is good. Sometimes the beat be good and the message would be like just terrible. So, but still don't listen to it because the vibration from that music is not good for you. So what you have to do is start making choices about what's good for yourself. Eat food that's good for you, not based on how everything tastes. You got to eat what's good for you. You need to say and be and do things that's good for you and the greater good. That's where God wants it to be. He makes things good for the greater good. So it really ain't about you, me as an individual all the time. It has to be for the greater good. And so start living your truth and be okay with standing up for your truth, even though you're the only one standing there telling this truth. Okay, if you really believe it, it vibes with you, and you know it, just stand up for it. Don't let other people, tease you and or say you're not this or you're not that, because when that song came out, "Don't believe me, just watch." Honey, that was one of my little theme songs, because I was talking about I was going to go do a certain thing, and I kept on saying, "Don't believe me, just watch," and that's what happened. They watched, and now I'm like, oh, Zing, you really did that. Yep, I sure did. So it's so much to say. That's why I'm coming back here every Tuesday to say something. So thank you guys for watching and paying attention and sharing. And I just thank you. Please like, please subscribe, and please share. So I just want to just drop in here again, drop some knowledge. You see, I'm a little cold in the cold weather, getting back and forth with this cold weather. But it's all right. That's the way it is. Good. I don't like saying that. That's the way it is. I gotta correct that myself. See, I told you I'm still a student. I ain't perfect. I don't know everything, and I really try to make a point to not say certain things like that. That's the way it is. No, because I am free and I can create my own narrative for how my life is going to be. I do not need anyone else to dictate to me, tell me this is what's happening, this is what's in, this is what's out, this is what's whatever. No, Spirit tells me what I need to do. They order my steps every day. And so that's who I follow. Not the news, not the media, not Beyonce, not any of these other people. I ain't going to be calling a bunch of names. So, because you like who you like, that's your business. But, we do have certain people that we look up to, and we will do things based on, because that's what they say, or that's what they wearing, or that kind of stuff. So, anyway, I don't repeat myself, but then sometimes, yes, I do want to repeat myself, because I have to just keep reminding, not just you, but myself, because you heard me just made a mistake in here in what I was trying to say, and that's what I don't like saying that, because that's not what I believe, because I do not believe that that's the way it is. I believe that's what people are practicing, but that's not the way it is, because the way it is the way you allow it to be. You are free to make that choice. You allow things to be what they are in your life. You can determine your own narrative. You do not have to have someone to dictate to you about things that you need in your life. You're able to pick and choose for yourself the things that you need in your life in order for you to continue to live this life Not just live it. You want to be able to be alive, not be no. You want to not just only be alive. You want to be able to live your life to the fullest. And by doing that, we have to be free to be able to make decisions for ourselves. So, beloveds, I love you. God loves you, and just take that leap. Try, do something, start. Because the problem with start is to stop. So once you started, you're gonna be loving your new life and your new ideas and your new response that people will give you. But, oh wow, you get a different response from people based on different choices that you make, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love loving you. You're gonna love loving you because I sure enough love me some me. Yes, I do. So the beautiful Most High loves me also, and I can feel it, and I know it. So, you wonderful people, have a wonderful day. Continue to comment, subscribe, share, like, and be at peace, not in pieces. Blessings. Peace and love.